Let's go to the numbers, baby.
So this is in the U.S. California is leading, but
California is leading right now with a total caseload of 4,062,369. Second is Florida, 3,249,000. I'm sorry, Texas is second.
Mm-hmm.
Second is Texas. Third is Florida, 2,820,000. New York's up there. Illinois, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Ohio, North Carolina, and Jersey round out the top 10. Hopefully, it's the last splash of the coronavirus. This is my hope. And we can move on from this. It's hack. It's boring. It's not exciting. I don't want to hear Fauci's name anymore. I don't want to hear about the CDC. I mean, we've gotten to a point where a worldwide pandemic is boring. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, it's just the apocalypse again. Off. It's really become like troubling where you go, I don't even care anymore. I don't even know whether or not I care. I'm trying to care about another lockdown because I don't think it's good and I think it'll destroy the country, but it's hard for me to even care about that. I'm trying to care about being locked inside my house forever, but you get so beaten down by the news, you just start accepting things. You just start going, well, all right, I guess so. I mean, I can be in the yard though, right? Can we be in the yard? Or is that not allowed? Australia has like 12 cases and they are literally like chaining people. Yeah. But Australians like that. They don't mind. They trust the government. They like the government. The government's been good to Australians. Australians are simple people. All they really want to do is get drunk and grill. That's really it. Australians, all they want to do is get hammered in their backyards and put meat on a grill. There's nothing wrong with that. People are asking, why aren't Australians angry about this? They're perpetually lazy descendants of criminals. All they want to do, when you tell them not to work, they go, all right, and that's it. Do you think Australia's like demanding to work? I want to work. No one cares. They just want to get bombed in their house and put a shish kebab on the grill. All they care about is grilling and eating. It's kind of interesting. There was this really great show called Instant Hotel, and it was on Netflix, and I watched it with Alan Pegg. And Devin and I to Alan Pegg, and they came to my house, and we got addicted, and we binged it. And the reason it was so good was because they used Australians, who are notoriously monstrous people. A lot of fans there, and we love you, but people without any taste or decorum. I mean, it's good. They have no idea what's going on. So the idea that they're going to judge hotels, even Airbnbs, was a little bit hilarious, you know? Like, they're just grotesque people, and they're walking around, and they're like, this isn't classy. I mean, look at this group. These are the people judging if the hotel is nice or not, right? Now, this isn't the good group, by the way. You got to find the first group, season one. People like with Babe and Bondi. What's good about it is there's these two gay guys, Leroy and Brent, and everyone hates them. What's good about Instant Hotel is they pick these kind of trashy people, and they would all go after each other, and they were rude to each other. And then the next season, they go, we want to get more positive. And then they ruin the entire show. But the first two seasons of Instant Hotel are so great. Look at Babe and Bondi.
Is this them right here?
Yes. So to the far left right there is Babe and Bondi, and then Brent and Leroy. And what's great about this is they all have these Airbnbs, right? They should do this in America and give those two lesbians who kicked me off, you know, feature their property. But it's cool. It's a cool show. All of these people go around to different Airbnbs and they judge each other's Airbnb. And they're spiteful and vindictive and rude. They're classless. And they're snobs, but of course not based on any education or understanding of how the world works. They're not discerning or interesting or intelligent people. They're just kind of grotesque. And but what's great about it is it's really, really funny, right? It's really, really funny to watch these people that truly like learned how to use utensils within the last 20 years start talking about decor. Truly, Australia, they've started to learn how to use like knives and forks relatively recently. They prefer not to. I have friends that live there. Australians prefer to eat meat with just their hands. Okay? Now, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's sexy and fun over there. Everything can kill them. They just want to go to the beach, fuck, and eat meat with their hands. So everyone's like, why aren't they going nuts over this lockdown? I'm like, this is the best case scenario for them. They don't have to work. They're all descendants of criminals.
And all those animals are so poisonous, right? They really don't want to go outside. They got bad stuff over there.
Well, they do love going outside. They don't care if they get poisoned. These are also not good criminals, right? The Hamptons, they're descendants of criminals, but criminals that have succeeded. Criminals that are good at crime, right? New York money. These people are the ones in Britain who got caught, like, you know, trying to rob a fucking, you know, magistrate or something. And then, you know, his great-granddaughter's on Instant Hotel complaining about the size of the bathroom. I'm just saying it's a real romper room over there. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. Me and Alan Pegg loved it. Oh, and one of the stars killed herself. Go into this.
Really?
Find this. She killed herself. One of the stars of it. I like a reality TV when someone kills themselves because then I know it was real.
Oh.
Yes, this is very sad. She was Persian. Ben has to be the conscience of the show. So every now and then Ben has. Now this woman was a cunt, and I don't like suicide. I don't like it because it's I would rather people stay here and be horrible. Australian reality star Shay Rizay, who found fame on Instant Hotel in 2017, has died at age 33. Her former co-star Mikey Jello confirmed the tragic news to Daily Mail Australia, saying, yes, it is true and very sad. She had a funeral last Wednesday and her death was a week before. Even though we had not spoken for years, I will always cherish the fun time. She had a good heart and would always be the life of the party. She was a very vicious woman on Instant Hotel. I think it was drugs. Yeah, so, I mean, that's sad. But again, it shows you that this was reality TV.
Yeah, you're right about the drugs thing.
What is it?
I've heard from multiple sources she was using drugs heavily. Yeah.
Well,
people were worried about her on the show.
But the problem is the drugs were really good for the show. That's the problem. Unfortunately, a lot of times when you produce reality television, it's a catch-22 because you're in this position of putting out something that's good or respecting human life. You can't do both. I mean, I'm telling you, I've sat down with some of these people. Some of the most, I mean, you want to talk about a blank look in their face? I'm talking about sociopaths. Some of the coldest people that I've ever had interactions with produce reality television shows, like things that you wouldn't even, like Cupcake Wars. Like I'm the producer of Cupcake Wars, and it's like you're talking to them and you realize that they're like Donald Rumsfeld. And you're like, yeah, I heard one of the women in there, her marriage fell apart and they went bankrupt. And she's like, well, there are things you know, there are things you don't know, and there are things you don't know you don't know. I'm like, what? Excuse me? But that's how cold and calculated some of these people are. But Instant Hotel is a real pick from me. Australia expands COVID lockdown over concern virus has spread from Sydney.
Some of these cities have locked down with no cases.
Why? They don't care. Lock it down. Foster's, Australian for beer. Lock it down. They don't give a fuck. All right. No work? It's no work, huh? All right. Sounds good. Yeah, just let me know when they need me back. I don't know. I coughed earlier. I'll just stay home. I try to do an Australian. It's hard because it becomes British. But, you know, hopefully this is the last splash.